We got time.
As usual, Ellie is the first one to get a word in. Hello. Welcome back to me playing a dead game on a at a dead time of day on a dead channel. Hope you enjoy yourself. I'm not going to do the main quest yet. I'm just here for the... Well... Should I just talk to her? Because, like, talking to her might be all that I have to do, right? Maybe I'll just talk to her.
I'm meeting someone.
Yeah, it's me.
Shh. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium. Yeah, that's my codename for... you know, our mutual friend.
Good code name. It's a little bit of phonetic similarity.
Oh. I'm Golden Eagle. Yeah. I named you Cuckoo.
Alright. No way, I'm Golden Eagle. Alright.
Does this mean I'm supposed to have one too? Fine, but make it a really good one.
Let's go with Rufus Hummingbird.
Forget it. Codenames are for amateurs anyway.
Too late. I've already marked it off. Can't just go reassigning codenames.
Oh, can I be Chicken? Because chickens will adopt any critter's baby and keep them warm.
You sure you don't want to be Raven?
Is that true?
Or Sparrowhawk?
Aw.
Okay. Chicken it is. Anyway, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded. Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
What work specialists, huh?
No, I
Our
can't.
mutual friend is really branching out. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
She is unironically very good at not incriminating herself. Using terminology in the discussion that, you know, just maintains a level of plausible deniability.
Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking.
That's what I do best.
Just remember, you didn't hear it from me. I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
Here we got 11
That's
flavors
true.
of terror rays and not much else. That kind of variety? I mean, gosh. Seems almost impossible.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators. When the birds start disappearing, you know something's afoul. No pun intended.
Canary in a coal mine.
Come on, this is important. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here as soon as possible.
But most people don't. In fact, most people stay exactly where they start. Doesn't
True
that
throughout
seem
human
strange to
history,
you?
actually. barring eras of like massive colonial migration.
And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course. Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes after all. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to put another thing back together.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of place. At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you? Except that's not how they go. At least that's not how they're supposed to go in Byzantium.
Well, of
The
course
whole
it's not how
episode
they're
made me
supposed to
wonder,
go.
If they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really. Good luck, Cuckoo.
Roger, Roger, Golden Eagle. What are we looking at here? Okay, so we're on the lower of the two floors currently. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that main quest. But I might do the companion side quests for these two, which are here. That's why I have them, after all. That and they are the power team, because, like... medical and
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
extra lock picking, I believe.
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running.
I should probably put my gun away
Hey, you.
out here.
Yeah, you. Want to be famous?
No. No, I don't.
Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism. Know what I mean?
Nope.
There's those street smarts. Just the right amount of rough around the edges. Next time, we'll have you say that over the rim of a Trippistout. Product placement, baby. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation? Fresh, natural talent. I know it when I see it. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid. I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops.
Ah! Captain! You're gonna be in pictures!
Already got an entourage, huh? Way to get ahead of the game. So what do you say? You ready for the chance of a lifetime? Terrific! We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
That was easy. I know I don't know what the Screen Actors Guild is complaining about. This seems like it's a pretty nice deal there.
According to local legend, if you walk around the orrery 3 times, your corporate rival will die of a paper cut.
You think I'd get arrested if I climbed up on that to get a look at the gearings?
Nah, probably just shot.
Nice.
The dissidents actually
Spacer's choice Adreno for life's little injuries.
That is pretty cool, actually.
Spacer's choice free sliced bread.
Wait, luxury munitions?
That episode from a few weeks ago was supposedly based on a real incident.
You mean the one where the dissidents blew up an orphanage?
Now this is my kind of establishment.
Looking
Day,
for
sir.
weapons? You've come to the right place. Every Byzantine needs high-quality armaments, and you won't find better anywhere else. Why? To defend their property, of course.
50-bit says he's got a hard on right now.
Byzantium is the best of what Halcyon has to offer. It's up to us to protect it. Marauders, dissidents, especially large sprats. One never knows what threat might arise. One can never be too well armed. Who knows when the hordes may hurl themselves at our gates?
I mean, it would be extremely hypocritical for my character to, like, suddenly get all uptight about... Oh. Oh, baby. That's only level 18, though. It's way less damage. And it doesn't... I won't be able to modify it. And it's going to cost several arms and legs to get it up to level. It's almost certainly not worth it, especially because there's probably something better to be found in the future. Yeah, I can sell stuff while I'm here. A lot of guns just sitting around. Guns and other things. What am I wearing instead of that? The Chrono adaptive outfit. I mean, it does look pretty nice.
Come to do your part to defend our fair city? What can I help you find?
Right. Get rid of all this. Get rid of all the consumables that I never use. Alright. Thank you for giving me money, Winston Forsythe. Can't take that door. Alright.
I only wish they weren't showing
Spacer's
so
Choice
many
Zero G
Spacer's
Brew.
Choice
An
ads.
ale that's good for what ails you.
I'm sure that Exterminator or whatever, I'm sure that it's fun. But like the amount that it would cost. It's just okay, so where are my side quests? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that shit. Not yet. The Low Crusade, Don't Bite the Sun. These are... okay.
I've always loved that sculpture.
You, with the hips. Over here. Let me take a closer look at you.
Oh. Oh, she noticed my hips?
Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it. Your walk, your posture, the cut of your clothes, you carry yourself with the bearing of a noble, but you dress like a barbarian. How deliciously outre. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs.
A new fashion statement?
Darling, you and that brutish swagger of yours have been on my mind the moment you stepped into my studio. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with me?
I too like a woman with brutish swagger.
Everything I need to know can be deduced from a first impression. You're an outsider. You're exotic. You carry a whiff of barbarism and adventure. You're the embodiment of everything I want in my new line. When I look at you, I see the very embodiment of everything the walls of Byzantium were built to keep out. Making an outfit worthy of you won't be easy. I'll need your help gathering the right materials. Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress themselves? I've heard rumors, but I require samples. Also, I expect you to model for me. My dear, fashion is a performance art. An outfit without a body is like an instrument without a player. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear, helmet included. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. None of that garbage Spacer's Choice pedals. You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model.
I just sold
You're going to
like,
absolutely murder this
significant
job.
quantity of outfits.
Fabulous! I can't wait to see what you dredge up. If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe, I'd probably head to the Groundbreaker. For you, anything. Byzantium has lost its élan vital. Everything about this city is so dreadfully stale. I want to make people uncomfortable the way you do. You're an outsider. You clearly don't belong in Byzantium, and yet you strut about, doing as you please. I'm not some common buttonmonger, darling. I'm an artist. It's my job to make you uncomfortable. Outside Byzantium? Of course not. There's nothing for me outside Byzantium.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yes, and I'm terribly grateful you've agreed. Look, darling, I don't belong outside Byzantium any more than a fish belongs on the land. Anyway, I'm quite certain Byzantium wouldn't last 3 days without me. I'd return to a smoking ruin of hideous fabrics and mismatched colors. You're very welcome.
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Captain.
Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word, such muscular shoulders. You're a vision, dear.
I am no such thing, ma'am.
Nonsense, you're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There. Darling, do I look like an amateur? I read her measurements by eye. And don't you ask, because they're no one's business but her own. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour. And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no how. I get scared just thinking
Well,
of
it
it.
didn't change what she's
I wish you weren't so
wearing
shy,
right now.
my Violet. You truly are beautiful.
Which might have been funnier.
I hope your date sees that as clearly as I. I can't wait to see those outfits. What can I do for you, darling?
There we go. I wish you could see a preview of what these actually look like. Intimidate +5. Of course. Huh. Oh, that's Ellie's outfit. That's what I thought it might be. I'm not sure if I want to go that route though. Because this one is basically as cool. And then I would just be a copycat, you know? You know? I think I'll stick with this one.
I can't wait to see those outfits. What can I do for you, darling?
I mean, it's only $76. I'll see what they look like. Plaid. I mean, I know it's a waste of money, but I just have to see what these look like. Oh, that looks stupid. Yeah, no thanks. Stick with the eye patch. Extra sneak attack damage is actually a good stat for me. Oh, it's like a... Who am I, Mon Mothma? Why do I have a gun? Doesn't make any sense. Okay. Gross. Also gross. Okay. Good to know.
I can't wait to see those outfits. What can I do for you, darling?
Get rid of these for less than 10% of what I bought them for, but that's okay. That is okay.
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time, I just have to actually do it now. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships, like the Hope. I know.
Keeps coming up with an
For a while,
excuse.
it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine. Not yet. Not for real. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and ask her over. Oh, this is real scary, Captain. I'm grateful for all you done.
All right.
I love Byzantium. Where else are you going to find art, culture, working toilets?
King Toilets is a big one. I think that is Ellie's quest.
But those are so far.
Oh, he has a teacup canid instead of a teacup pig. I see.
What's gone into Bachmine?
Out with it, you wretched contraption!
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history.
Oh, that's the
How does this sound?
the movie studio there.
Purpleberry Budge, a soft, sour candy shell
We have
sweet purpleberry flavored center. Subject, chew it.
Halcyon parcel service. These are like all separate
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here.
Okay, bro. Oh, interesting. This isn't stealing.
Oh, what are you doing here? Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something? Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I? I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then. They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're
so
among
I'm
all the
gonna have to
common
go
sewer
down to the
sprats and
maintenance tunnels.
exterminator mechanicals. Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green. Please, do take care, and do mind the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course. Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big, humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That's why they connect the city from the Acropolis district to here.
I'm glad I asked an expert.
Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. But there are rumors. Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins. A room full of murderous automechanicals. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are lost forever. Not that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course. To deal with the sewer sprats, of course. They're quite the nuisance. Therefore, my, research. Something else?
I meant that sarcastically, and he took it seriously, but that's funny.
I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling prospects. No one does favors for free. But I must say,
Hey, don't get
I'm
your
far
hopes
too
up, bro. I
distressed to
gotta
think
do,
critically
like,
about your
the
suspiciously kind
entire
offer.
DLC before I come back here. So it's gonna be on hold for a while, alright?
I'll sue every technician and employee.
Sure, they look fancy, but inside, they're just marble. There's my parents' place. Smell that? Industrial-grade cleaning solvent and desperation.
Oh, can I buy a house here? Oh my god. It's just utterly tasteless. Alright.
Marilyn, is that you?
Lars,
We certainly didn't expect to see you like this.
And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble.
Bit on the floor. I mean, she did ask me to make a poor impression.
Play the ruffian angle some more. You're supposed to help me make an impression.
Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right? Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors. She's right. Since when can you afford authentic Terran marble?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
Are y'all bitches...
I thought you were dead.
Are you guys shipping marble all the way from Earth? Are there not rocks on this planet? I mean, I guess it's a status thing, but like... Dude, that is so inefficient. Such a waste.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what? Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and kicking.
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Why did you do that?
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we? Shh! Someone could hear you.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
Not until I get some answers. Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons?
That's
what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
She hasn't changed a bit, I see.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
Yeah, these bitches have got it coming.
Let's just get out of here, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
Alright, you stupid bitches. Jesus. Go out in the street before I talk to her.
Captain, got a minute? Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage. I thought they'd be scandalized. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed.
This is a very specific fantasy.
Shh. I'm getting to the good part.
Oh, alright,
I
alright.
have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either the leather's fake but the scars are real, or oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug? Father would throw his hands up because this would be just like me to come back and make a big scene. Then Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob. I'm not hurt. I'm outraged. Affronted, even. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain. I'm used to rough situations. Like when someone loads your pistol with blanks and strands you in a Marauder moonbase, or traps you in an airlock with an angry mantis worm. But I want to talk about me now.
Yeah. Families are shitty sometimes.
Unless you mean the kind who'll look out for you to blink so they can swipe your bits. The galaxy's not exactly crawling with those. Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money? I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off. As long as I don't develop a taste for Woolgonzola and bad legal dramas, that's fine by me. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves.
Yeah, that might be the better option because I'm not big on people skills.
Something on your mind?
All right.
So, how many...
My dear fellow.
Spacer's Choice 2-hour
The
energy
dissidents
crew.
actually...
Watch out for hour 3.
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
Oh. I already talked to that lady. Interesting. Okay. Let's do the DLC.
CNP near Maple Syrup. It's near this complete presence.
If Hortense yells at me about big...
There we go.
You must be joking. Our fair city is being overrun by a pox of vagrants and undesirables, and your plan is to sit idly by. Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of her?
For the last time, access to Byzantium is impossible without a proper nav key. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to be somewhere else.
Got something to say to me, bitch?
How splendid. Another rung leech wandering through
What's
the
a
streets
rung
of
leech?
Byzantium. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is more greasy vagrants frolicking through them. And here you are, frolicking.
I don't reckon so. Maybe she's talking about me? I mean, I'm definitely the greasy one.
Well, whatever you call it, do it elsewhere, and take your merry band with you. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city proper? It's madness. I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the CIO at Tile.
Sounds like your grandfather earned your place here.
I just told you. My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO, and I earned them from him.
Is that how that works?
Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. My grandfather taught me that. If you have wealth, you're successful, and if you're successful, you must have earned it. Honestly, it's a simple concept.
So it's like completely twisted propagandistic nonsense.
Chief Idea Officer. He came up with all the best ideas for their products. You know the font they use for Stogie Slims?
No, I
That
don't.
was
I
him.
never use consumables.
Well, he described the idea of it to their font development team, then picked it from a list of choices, but that's basically the same thing. It was a very long list. Let's see. He picked the colors they included in rainbow chips. No one else wanted purple, but he insisted. Everyone loves the purple ones. And you know how the Cosmic Smokes logo has an eye in the middle of a heptagon? He said that one came to him in a dream. He was a true visionary, so far ahead of his time. You're welcome. Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee? What's wrong? It erodes the very pillars of our society. Merit, decorum, personal hygiene. This city is meant for us, the system's finest. We earned its luxuries. But now we are overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this early retirement nonsense is making it even worse.
I mean, look, any time that there's a bunch of essentially immigration, whenever there's like a significant influx of other people, others, right? Because human beings have an in-group preference naturally, but then if you see yourself being swamped by people from outside of your group, then that just enhances the in-group preference, or the xenophobia, or whatever you want to call it. So, like, whenever anybody feels that their ethnic status in their society is under threat,
The worst thing to happen to Halcyon. A contest that gives even the lowliest, most inefficient
I'm not saying
workers
it's good,
a
I'm
chance
just
to
saying
live
it's
in
understandable.
Byzantium. By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an exclusive district of Byzantium to themselves. No one else is even allowed to go there. Tell me, how is that fair?
I feel like they're all dead.
Oh, by the law. I mean the principle of it, not the mechanics. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I please. Why, if it weren't guarded, I'd... You know, you look like you've been shot at before.
Yeah, early retirement
Let's say
sounds
I
like a
hire you to
euphemism
investigate
for...
this travesty, and you get paid to do so.
She's got a point. We're probably gonna get shot at anyway. Might as well make a few bits.
Yes. Listen to your... What is that person's job exactly? Are they your secretary? Personal masseuse? Or do you just keep them around as a mobile armrest?
The last one.
Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you think this is a fabulous arrangement, and you'd be thrilled to lend me your services. Aren't you? Fantastic. Consider yourself employed, vagrant. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via the port landing pad, but it's completely locked
Dude, that
down.
place is a
You'd never
fucking
get in that
cemetery.
way.
I'm calling it.
Unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable social pedigree, which you do. How fortunate for you. These codes will get you past the lockdown. Oh, and don't worry about subtlety.
Well, that was worth it
I don't
then.
care how you deal with security, just correct this injustice at all costs. The same way anyone gets anything here, of course. I made friends with the right people. Bits might earn you a place in Byzantium, but that means everyone here has little need for more of them. For favors like this, you need to spend... let's call it social capital.
All right. Hello, Nina Prescott.
Welcome to the Musgrave Family Collection. Still a work in progress. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating. Exactly. You do catch on fast. Now then, how can I help you? We find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling
the
of
appearance
indecency.
of participating in illegal
This
activities.
kind of thing's pretty common. Bijou's used to do a prison-themed night. Served fish sticks with tartarus sauce.
Oh, yeah. Prison-themed night was the best. Plus, they gave away limited edition designer handcuffs. The Musgrave family collection was intended to be a gallery of fine art. And here we are, using this place to practice semi-legal canid shows. Scandalous, isn't it? That's privileged information. I really shouldn't tell you.
Alright. I do wish I could find out what it is, but oh well.
Mr. Mostly is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his canid Laplace into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostly just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
Right.
Oh, just hear me out. It's a brilliant idea.
Is this about canid hunting? We've been over this before. It's a terrible idea.
Canid hunting is the natural evolution of canid shows. No one's going to miss a few backwater laborers anyway.
Just between the two of us, I hope this doesn't become a tradition. Not looking forward to the next annual Canid review? Not looking forward to the Canids. Odious things. I don't know why we let them prance around the city.
Unironically wearing a top hat. There were top hats in the store. Clothing store.
How long did you say Musgrave was gone?
I didn't. Frankly, I don't know. Couple of years? More? He said he was off on some type of beautification treatment.
I mean, that wasn't stealing technically,
Do you know
so
what I'd like to see?
whatever. Oh, Canids. Anubis. Nanners. Little Waldo.
Come now, Anubis,
Timothy.
you must perk up.
Joan of Bark. And Spartacus. Good names. Good names.
I don't suppose you've any formal training in canid husbandry. I really am at my wit's end. It's my little Anubis, you see. He's listless and miserable. I simply don't know what to do about his condition. Oh, naturally. All our canids are named after the legends of the old pharaohs. Family tradition, you see. You must understand, Anubis is a very picky eater. He dines exclusively on Terra 2 Saltuna, none of that rubbish from Monarch. Unfortunately, we've had a bit of a shortage lately. He's so miserable without his Saltuna. Oh, absolutely. Egyptology is a family tradition. Did you know that the old pharaohs were buried in a monument along with all their belongings? The
I mean,
tradition
I knew
was
that.
maintained for millennia, from Khufu all the way to Rockefeller.
All the way to Rockefeller. All right.
Really? I can't imagine why. All our sources come from board-certified academics.
Oh, the Golden Canid Trophy. Gotta figure out how to steal that. There's a safe back there too. Down.
Clever.
Real slick.
The hell is this place, though?
Here we go. Get on.
I think I might be doing the quest before I pick it up, but that's okay.
That's the last of him.
This goes nowhere. Fucking 150, jeez. It is a keycard one though. Completed. Scheduled annual sanitation and repair. Musgrave Family Vault. Applied Kindapine scented floor wax. Appraised area in accordance with Byzantium aesthetic standards. See HHC Board Aesthetic and Interior Regulations, Section 33F. Relocated garbage. Installed anti-dissident automechanicals in order to ensure moral and civil hygiene. Note, tampering with, altering, or otherwise disabling moral hygiene automechanicals is strictly prohibited under board regulations. And delivered complimentary mint. Nice. Well, now I can open this door.
That's beyond cruel, even here.
Oh. Okay.
Nice going.
Yeah, that's a bit fucked up. Domestication and extensive grooming. So we weren't out here killing wild canids. All right.
Dang, that's impressive.
That's it down here. Alright, let's find out who killed those, I guess.
Oh, you don't have to be scared of these canids, Captain. I don't think they're gonna hurt you.
It's the impropriety.
Since when do you
Not
care?
now, please. I'm a little too busy, you know, being the master of ceremonies.
Showed up anyway.
Not now, please. I'm
I
a
just
little
don't
too
think we
busy,
should
you know,
make the
being the master of ceremonies.
Okay. don't mind if I just take all your shit. It's not stealing, so...
I'll keep it down.
Do you know the interesting thing about canid shows?
Trick question. There isn't anything interesting about canid shows.
Oh, but there is, if one possesses an eye for statistics. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility. Oh, I've been told I should try to socialize more. Sharing an interesting fact is a proven method of endearing oneself to a stranger. I'm an actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession. So I suppose that makes me mostly an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke. I'm Clarence Mostly.
Hey, I've been making that joke about you for like this entire DLC, so...
Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing. Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party.
Not here to enjoy the party.
Let me hazard a guess. You didn't listen then, and you're not about to listen now. If I wanted to send you a message, I'd arrange for a notarized affidavit. Cryptic warnings and subtle threats are not my forte. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason. Yes, the birthplace of the Marauders. And a graveyard for all our mistakes. Starting Project Gorgon was our first mistake.
Because it turns out the Marauders are just
trying to bury
people that
Project Gorgon while it's still very much alive and
hooked on
clawing
the
its way
drug.
back to the surface. That may be our last mistake. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way, we don't have to rely on mutual trust. The grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have. My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other Canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical
Llama.
symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see.
Though for me, it
That
is
trophy
not
rightfully
morning
belongs
for
to
another
him.
10 minutes. So. But good morning to you. So he wants the trophy for winning a game that he refused to play.
Oh, you're much too kind. Does this mean you'll do it? Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that
I already
leads
did the
up
first
into the
part,
trophy
but
room.
I didn't find...
The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
No, I'm just saying you have to wait 8 minutes now before you can wish me good morning. Because it's not morning. You understand? As if it matters at this point.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I look forward to observing your results. What's on your mind? My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one. I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no. Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record. What's on your mind?
Yeah.
At the moment, nothing. I have a one-track mind. I can't stop thinking about that trophy. Why isn't it in my hands? When is it going to be in my hands? And so on and so forth. You get me that Best in Show trophy, and it'll clear my mind right up. Dead canids in the service tunnels. Domesticated canids? Why, that's utterly revolting. My dear friend, I would not dream of hurting a canid. Every canid, regardless of their physical attributes, is a companion to their master. To kill a companion is a profound and unforgivable breach of trust. I'm glad I chose not to participate in this loathsome canid review. I will, however, take their trophy.
Alright, bro. You got stuff going on.
Only be letting them into Byzantium temporarily.
But who am I to judge, really? Oh, there's an elevator inside there. That's what I didn't see before. Alright. Easy enough. Enough lockpicking.
I sure hope these folks don't mind us borrowing this.
Nobody has reacted to the fact that the trophy has disappeared.
Never cared much for hors d'oeuvres. The word is just grotesque. All those superfluous letters ruin my appetite.
You might have a point there. It's way too many vowels.
My trophy! Look at this thing. Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly. Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers, Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error. We keep all sorts of data on a permanent record. Spending habits, dietary restrictions, movement. Finding a person is no more complicated than solving an equation. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the 2 most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe. Nonsense. I just needed a good old-fashioned statistical problem to busy my mind. Keeps the faculties lubricated. Let me stop you there. I don't accept anything for free. And if you're going to analyze me, I'd have to go through the trouble of hiring you on contract. Think what you will of my intentions, my calculations are sound. You'll find Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe at the enclosed locations. As far as I know, Jasper Lowe and Marion Blakesley... If you want to lift the lockdown on the manufacturer...
Yeah.
I know it feels like you're being led on. What is that colorful metaphor commoners use? A wild sprat chase? Remember, this is Spacer's Choice we're talking about. Their security protocols are just as inefficient and frustrating as their manufacturing. I'll tell you what I can. Dr. Marion Blakesley supervised the Human Inquiry and Auditing Facility. Live subjects, measuring tape and syringes, that sort of thing. Someone sabotaged the facility. Blakesley tendered her resignation and vanished. I'm reasonably certain she's hiding in a maintenance bay on Groundbreaker. Well, with Spacer's Choice equipment, who even knows? Dr. Blakesley tendered her resignation lawfully, but under suspicious circumstances. If you want to know more, you'd best ask her yourself.
There's a chance I've already talked to her, but I don't remember.
I'm asking you to trust in the predictive power of data. Dr. Blakesley may have disappeared after that sabotage incident, but the trajectory of her life was implied in her permanent record. Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15. After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Anti-Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus.
No, Captain. Lab coats, as in scientists.
Is your captain always this dense? How are you all still alive?
I got good aim.
I live for risk.
Let's get back on topic. You'll find Dr. Lowe in an orbital lab.
I don't need to be
around
smart.
Olympus.
Never claimed to be smart. I just shoot gun good. Alright?
Certainly.
Alright. Now, oh wait, hang on. I don't know why Parvati's giving me 21 all of a sudden, but that means that I can go back down here and unlock that safe. Because So now I have max lockpicking.
Got it. Inside voices. Great work.
Alright. Oh, and a perk. I don't even know. Yeah, sure. Oh, that seems like a good one, actually. I really do not care very much about the companion stuff. Their primary purpose, as far as I'm concerned, is in giving the enemies something else to attack.
Your best find this week. Go.
Oh, thank you. It is a good morning.
Stranger I saw in the square?
Now that you mention it.
Auntie Cleo's pie patch. All of the
Down there, a new ship.
Doesn't
look like any of the corporate freighters.
But what would they be doing here? And how did they ever get permission to land?
We didn't. Alright, I guess we can go back to Groundbreaker, and that's where the quest is taking us. And then we can finally take Parvati on that date that she's been putting off for like the whole time.
Someone has left a threatening message on your terminal, Captain. I was unable to trace its origin. Please make a note of it.
Oh. A separate area on the Groundbreaker?
The Groundbreaker auxiliary base.
Who knew? Not a very large area.
Let's try being friendly. Maybe they'll try it back.
Hey you, over here. Let's chat. Whoa, 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 it's Riz. Oh, fucking damn it. Every time. So, hey, you're trespassing, and I'm armed. Maybe take a second look at your life choices, pal. Nothing. Never mind. What, you gonna report me? I don't work for them no more. I'm with the Gardeners now. All of us kept the peace for the corpse once, but we got tired of being used. Yeah, we're the gardeners. We keep order back here on these dangerous streets. Hallways. You know what I mean. Anyway, Blakesley's given us standing orders to strongly discourage anyone who tries to come in. I like to, extrapolate from there. This deal with Blakesley's pretty sweet. We get paid, and we get fresh greens every week. My gums never looked healthier.
Oh, no.
Well, that's different then. But hey, don't screw this up for us, alright? I like this gig. It's just, I also like money. Look, we won't give you trouble, but I can't say the same about Blakesley. She's got some crazy setup in there, so if you get shot, don't come complaining to me. This one's clear, guys.
Smooth, Captain.
Some days, it's like I don't know what to do with myself.
Come on, this is great. We don't have to beat up miscreants for them anymore. We can beat up miscreants for ourselves.
See, I'm glad I didn't have to kill all these people.
Doesn't look like either of us are sitting pretty.
Stealing.
Byzantium, big shot.
That's stealing. Here is your weekly shipment. Please note the additional allotment of protein cakes. Could I convince you and your colleagues to fill out a brief questionnaire regarding your eating patterns? In the meantime, do try to cut down on all the sugary drinks. That just always how it is.
Kidding me? I thought I made myself Wait, what's with this camera? Hello? Damn it. Look, I get it. Some people need things spelled out for them. I'm sure one of the automechanicals can explain.
What's this that I need to explain to the auto mechanicals? Oh.
Nice one! Don't mess with us.
Neat. Water supply remains steady, but the power fluctuations are doing a number on the auto mechanicals. Easy fix. All the time in the world. Go to the auto mechanicals for non-essential components. Minor gains in power efficiency due to decreased weight. Waterproofing materials compromised. Human error. Okay. They are growing shit back here. Fresh greens and all that. Healthy
And I
gums,
thought
right?
those tiny canids were ugly.
Never seen one of those. Group C, heretofore referred to as Clarice, continues to demonstrate increased growth and development relative to both the original and control strains. However, general mass and caloric content has not increased significantly compared to its predecessor, Horus. This suggests a limit in our ability to mitigate poor nutrient uptake with Mantipillar mulch. Personal note, Martin's getting a little big for the terrarium. A few more days, and he goes into the processor. I think Clarice is the plant. Yeah. Oh, they're fertilizing it with Mantipillar poop. That's what they're doing. Okay. But it wasn't working as well as they might have hoped. All right. Another one.
Observation log, date, who knows. Subject number, well, let's call him Percy. Percy here has discovered the secret to success. He has lifted the veil and found the pattern. He wakes up, he listens for that bell 3 times a day. Food rains from the sky. He eats, he waits. Life is easy. But the second your molt comes in, pal,
Hell does this give me though? Oh my god, there's 4 floors? Okay, hang on. There's more auto mechanicals down there. Oh. Huh. Okay, well, took care of the auto mechanicals.
Great work.
Because their waterproofing was compromised or whatever. Who knows? Really? Oh, it's barred. And that's that same elevator, I suspect. Yeah. There are quite a few plants in here.
Whatever that is, it's loud.
That was quick.
That up.
You got nimble fingers, Captain.
That was. I'm glad that I have max lockpicking now.
So who the
I'm
fuck?
happy about it.
Oh, wait, hang on, I can't hear a damn thing. Just gonna shut this thing off. Right. Marion Blakesley, what can I do for you, Miss Home Invasion? Spacer's Choice send you? Took your sweet time. Gorgon? I holed up in a forgotten cargo bay of a rotting colony ship just so I could never hear that name again. But here you are. I really didn't expect today to go this way. Shit. I should have brought another pack of smokes. The Gorgon project gave us Adrena time in the end, but that's just the Bo Spacer's Choice stuck on the whole mess. Corporate demanded a product they could throw onto shelves. That put the squeeze on low at Chem to develop formulas, samples. But how do you know if the product works? You run tests, see what happens. That's where human inquiry and auditing came in. I ran HIA and HIA ran the tests again and again and again. And what happens is a whole lot of wasted time and even more bodies. You've heard the adverts, right? Work day and night, still feel refreshed the next morning. Now, what we tested for was dexterity, efficiency, compliance, the traits of a good employee. Numbers never came out right. I could have pumped gallons of those chemicals into every living soul in this colony. Wouldn't have changed that. What we got was marauders. Yeah, good luck making that one stick. It's in the fine print, you know. Whatever was in those chemicals, it didn't matter what tests we ran. We kept getting the same results. The proto-adrena time solution was both monstrously addictive and had catastrophic effects on the psyche and intellect. A real boon to the colony. Hey, do whatever you like. Life's short and we're all dying anyway. I was a good scientist. I had to have wound up on that asteroid for a reason. I worked so hard. We all get stuck in our own patterns. Magical thinking. That was mine. We had a few weird accidents, escapes, minor setbacks. But one day, all the test subjects got loose. Sabotage, they said. Wasn't just us. All of the facilities got hit hard. Shut us down for a while. That turned out to be the last straw. Nah, didn't much care by then. Don't care much now. Spacer's Choice wasn't getting much use out of us anymore, so they shuttered the project, kicked Adrena time out the door. And I came here. Indulge a scientist. What do you want out of this investigation of yours? Trying to liven up your memoir? Yeah, well, people don't tend to exhume the past just so they can bury it again somewhere nicer. How about you, Byzantium? What do you get out of headbutting murderous automechanicals for your captain here?
Money, obviously. Plus, it's fun.
Fair enough. That's all I've got. Here, I still have this pass. Don't much feel like hanging on to it anymore. Made my exit the moment the project started falling apart. Had to steal some credentials. This should get you into the volunteer induction entrance. Please, I just messaged people with fake demands for their passwords. That's when they didn't just leave codes written down on pieces of paper. If I couldn't talk my way out past a simple facility lockdown, I'd be working for Rizzo's. That'll get you inside. What you do from there, that's up to you.
Is she a monster? I mean, yeah, she was doing human experimentation. But, like, just doing her job like everyone else. Just following orders, you know?
Come on, I've left it behind me. Yeah, well, you have to go on, don't you? Guilt's a useless emotion. What good is thinking about the past over and over and over again? Yeah, I'll make sure the auto mechanicals don't bother you on the way out.
Oh, I already took care of that. Don't worry.
Sure, take it. I'm just drowning in dining options down here.
All right.
Nice and easy.
You gonna shoot or what? Just wait. You'll see how a Spacer's Choice cadet takes care of, I think it's jammed.
Wow. Impressive.
Hmm. All right. What about the other side? Oh,
Who wants to chew up some expensive food? That's a good boy.
it's just another way up, I guess.
Captain, an unknown vessel is approaching our ship. Their intentions are currently indeterminate. Once I deduce their intentions, I will play one of two audio signals. A cheerful fanfare if they are friendly, alarms if they are hostile. Their intentions are no longer unknown. The unknown vessel has deployed a boarding mechanism. They will attach themselves to our airlock and attempt boarding shortly.
This
That
is
sound
fun.
indicates that a boarding mechanism has successfully attached to our airlock. Captain, I am pleased to inform you that we are currently in the process of being boarded. Captain Hawthorne installed a lethal shock trap on our airlock in the event of an invasion. I am prepared to deploy this trap at a moment's notice.
Yeah, that's news to me.
The invading ship appears to be a decommissioned storage vessel. The crew are either pirates or freelancers. My opinion of their competence is low. Their ship is using a tracking device too sophisticated for their primitive astrogator. I conclude they are receiving outside assistance. If you prefer to make an escape, I can disable their boarding mechanism. However, as long as that tracking device remains on board their ship, they will be able to find us again. Understood, Captain. I will be deploying the Unreliable's lethal deterrence system. Please approach the airlock and enjoy the show.
Boy.
Now initiating warm welcome protocol. Please maintain a responsible distance.
Ada really could kill us all.
Alright, let's go. Who are these people? All right. I guess we're doing this. I don't know who these guys are. But like...
Who's ready for more?
Oh, cysty pig tumor is my favorite. I mean... steal other food. I'll never eat it, but so what? Right.
Here we go.
Oh my god, a goalie. Yeah, these guys just want to play toss ball. I don't know why they're trying to board my ship. Seems a bit strange. And there's little balls everywhere, of course. Of course. It's the captain's quarters. Hey, bro. You okay?
You know, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping you'd play by the rules. We could have had a good old-fashioned boarding.
What rules?
Now you're barging into my office, muddying tracks all over my floor. A little respect for the ship. Is that
What
too
rules,
much to
bro?
ask? Yeah, but I had every intention of respecting the upholstery. I would have had you spaced or shot in the bathroom or something. You're the captain of the Unreliable. You dropped out of the sky in Emerald Vale, and whatever you've been doing on Gorgon, you've upset my employer.
Who's your employer?
You and I are in a bit of a situation. I don't get paid unless you're dead, and a man's gotta make a living. You understand.
Man's gotta make a living. Man's gotta make a living. Still not sure what
That's clever.
is up with these guys, though. Maybe we'll find out. Your target is the Unreliable. From unknown sender. Your target is the Unreliable, a small, inconsequential ship with no significant defenses. Freelancer owned and operated, captained by a 2-bit smuggler who goes by Alex Hawthorne. Intercept the Unreliable, eliminate Hawthorne and any crew in your way. I've sent you in advance, along with a tracking device for your astrogator. The Firefly Company. The subject to the Freebooters brand. To the Freebooters team coach and or his/her replacement. The Firefly Company is currently experiencing an exciting period of growth and change. We are happy to announce that 3 different companies, including but not limited to Spacer's Choice, are currently in the process of negotiating for ownership of Firefly Company's properties. As part of these negotiations, Firefly Company has agreed to dissolve its Freebooters Tossball property, so as not to challenge, compete with, undermine, or in any way disrespect the Tossball teams owned and deployed by any company interested in acquiring us. But doesn't make any sense. Whatever. We are pleased to inform you that the Firefly Company has formally renounced its ownership of the Freebooters Tossball brand and all related properties. Furthermore, please be informed that all Tossball-related positions, including but not limited to players, coaches, maintenance, automechanical units, and laborers, are now formally dissolved. Please be reminded that your lifetime indenturement contracts have not been dissolved. Your labor and services remain the sole property of Firefly Company into perpetuity. Please be reminded that offering your services to a competitor is strictly contrary to colony law and may be punishable with arrest, imprisonment, mandatory re-education, and or a surprise audit. Furthermore, any independent contract work, also known as freelancing, is strictly contrary to the terms of your lifetime indenturement contract. Your positions have been discontinued as of the receipt of this message. So that's how they became freelancers. Team, there's a time for improvisation and a time for following instructions. Understanding the difference is more of an art than a science. If you find... I don't think he had that accent. If you find yourself thinking up a creative solution to a problem, ask yourself, what are some of the consequences of my solution? Am I behaving in a way consistent with the values of the freebooters? Let me give you a practical example. Say I ask one of you to repair the piping in my lavatory. I understand we've got a bit of a parts shortage here on Halcyon, so you might try to improvise, using a plasma rifle instead of a welding torch, for example, or tossball sticks instead of chisels. These are all terrible ideas. Why, you ask? If you think about it, the answer will be as obvious as the hole in my lavatory wall. Don't be sorry, be better. Sounds like that actually happened. Team. Practice is important. The best tossball players devote every waking moment to the study of their craft. Scripture tells us our lives are defined by our role in society. Our role is to play tossball. We are never off the field because we never stop being tossball players. Some of you took this advice to heart. You're practicing your pitch and your swing in the commons. I don't have to remind you all of the incident involving a tossball and my entire case of Spectrum Red. Now I understand you're all eager to play. We haven't had a lot of matches since corporate scuppered the team, but today I had to pry a tossball out of a shattered terminal. That terminal could have been our astrogator, and then I would have had to space the party responsible in accordance with team regulations. Please don't force me into a position where I have to discipline you. I expect you all to behave in a manner consistent with freebooter values, which includes only destroying equipment while on board an enemy's ship. Well, I'm glad we got a little bit of explanation for why these guys were the way they are. Why these guys were the way they were. Let's back to the exit. This is just... Okay. So basically I had to kill... I mean, I could have... Hypothetically, I guess I could have snuck through and pickpocketed the guy. Do I have it? Yeah, I already have one of those. This vessel has been decommissioned by the Firefly Company. I feel bad for them, you know, they all got fired, so they had no choice but to break their indenturement contracts and become freelancers. And so they ended up
Welcome back, Captain.
hired
I understand
to come
you have
get me.
resolved your differences with our former boarding party.
I have
Are you
resolved my
ready to
differences.
depart?
It's true.
Understood, Captain. Resuming our course.
Did I level up? Shit. I'm gonna keep going because I'm not always gonna have Arati in the party. All right. Keep going, even further beyond. Oh. I have to do it on the ship. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh my gosh, Felix, you got to hear this. All right. She's on her way. How do I look?
Same as ever.
Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right. Deep breath. Here I go.
Check in on the date.
Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. He was probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person.
Captain, no
My father and I were often at loggerheads. He had notions of how the station should be run, and I had others. He was fond of saying, "You think Groundbreaker pays for itself? Someone's got to cover the bills," when I chafed against his deference to the board.
Sounds like he was afraid of him.
He was, and he was right to be. Didn't mean I had to like it. You've got a capable crew. That's...
What about your mama? I don't mean to pry, you just hardly mention her, and I've been wondering.
She passed when I was small. Taught me how to change a fuse on her deathbed. Even sick, she was patient with me. She kept exhaustive journals of my childhood, my father said. Like she was A/B testing child rearing.
Must be you got that exacting nature from her.
Exacting is a kind way to put it. Inflexible, my father would have said. Bullheaded.
Alright, I'm supposed to leave.
Okay, Captain, she's gone. I'm near about vibrating. I'm so excited. So she got here, and the first thing she said was, "Oh, you smell nice, like mock apples." And I was like, "Yeah, new soap." And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread.
Someplace more romantic, like the engine room.
We both see enough engines in our day-to-day.
That's true.
There's
That's
nothing
fair
special
enough.
about sitting next to another one, even if ours is real sweet. June hardly ever makes it down to Groundbreaker's mess during regular meal times, so sharing the kitchen was special. Like being part of a real family. She stood stock still and just said, "Oh, real soft." Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustback casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarch person. Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain. I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted. Strong. Smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open. She was worried she wouldn't get the words out right, especially after that message about Isabel. It's sweet. Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes! We talked about it some. I told her I wasn't sure how it would work, how I've had a bad time of it in the past. She said we'll take it as it comes. Fix things together. Share meals, talk. Maybe she could rub my shoulders when they're sore. I said I might like that. You got an eye for people, Captain. It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met Junlei at all. I don't know nothing about the Vicar's capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
Sounds good. Nice.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
All right. Let's take Felix around more. Maybe. He does have Persuade, I think. Oh. Can't be that restricted. Oh, there's actually a person here. Hello? Sir?
Miss Lilia takes good care of us, see? The authorities stay off our tails.
Wait, no. No. This is the wrong place. This is the... Right. I've been here before. Wrong place. It's a different space station. Oh, it's around Olympus. Okay.
We've arrived at the Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station.
Just handing out the XP at this point.
Hey, anybody out there? We're not here to hurt you.
I mean, we might be. Felix, don't get ahead of yourself. Reception log. Day 1, no visitors. Day 2, no visitors. Day 3, no visitors. Day 61. Sometimes we experience long power outages. Sitting in the dark, listening to the storm beat at the walls, I've got a lot of time to think. It begs to be let in, while I would pay to be let out. Day 108, no visitors. Day 109, still no visitors. Day 115. Why are there a bunch of tailless sprats running about? This facility doesn't have a sprat catcher on the roster. Maybe I should file a request with acquisitions for one. Teacup canids are famed for their ability to hunt sprats after all, and for keeping people company. Day 116, no visitors. Day 117, no visitors. Can't finish my game of solitaire. Someone stole a handful of cards from the deck. Day 118, desk unmanned. Unsuccessfully hunted for the missing cards. Day 157, canid request was denied. Day 158, we've run out of caffeinoid. Our first restocking shipment isn't set to arrive until the new fiscal year. I guess that delivery will mark the facility's first visitors. Now there's something to look forward to. Day 159, did some digging in the system records. It turns out our supplies are set to be delivered by, get this, a crew of automechanicals. Day 182, thought I heard knocking on the front door, but it turned out to be just some thunder. Always thunder. Funny how it can sound like so many different things. A boom, a crack, a snap, knocking, laughing, screams. What an odyssey. Day 277. I've started venturing outside. At first I worried something fierce about all the lightning strikes. Sometimes the electromechanical turbine goes on the fritz without warning, but I'm out of cards and out of caffeinoid, and there's not much else to do. Day 301. Turns out I no longer need to feel safe. What I need is to feel alive. Outside, the wind howls like a raging god, and the rain stabs into my throat like a thousand tiny frozen needles. And in that pain, well, I feel so very alive. Day 322. My many and varied attempts to trigger an on-site inspection from the Special Committee for Auditing and Management have failed. Day 353. Sometimes, when I look over the ledge, I think about what it would feel like. How easy it'd be to simply tip forward, to plummet with all those clouds kissing my face, to fall away from the storm, to smile, then break. Unclear if he carried out that plan or if he
How'd you do that so fast?
was killed. I mean, it might be this guy. Might have finally got visitors. Who knows?
I won't tell.
No, you won't. Because there will be nobody to tell. Or maybe there will. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. You gotta teach me that.
Oh, it keeps going. Okay. Whole secret passage. I guess these are just automechanicals. They're not actually visitors.
Screw one for Felix.
Yeah, all the scientists are dead for whatever reason. But, you know, isn't that always just the case?
Auntie's going to take care of you. It'll be okay.
We're back in the lobby.
Keep it together, Kelly.
Oh. Going up.
You think it's supposed to shake like that?
Okay. Got real turned around there for a second.
You got nimble fingers, Captain.
It's out of long habit of taking everything that isn't nailed down. Some things that are.
Woo, that had to hurt.
I got another fight in me.
Damn. Damn, Ellie. Okay. What do you say? Oh, there's... Can see outside. Sort of. Through the grubby, grimy glass. Can sort of see outside. It's a little too much light in here, actually. Please ensure all human resources have been properly disposed of in Auntie Cleo's biorecycle containment units. Okay. From the manual, in the unfortunate event of a necessitated downsizing, the most senior site safety engineer, or the sole member on assignment, shall initiate, by mandate of Auntie's corporate headquarters, the Pink Slip Protocol manufacturer's directive included within all automechanicals stationed at the facility. From the site safety engineer, sit there and guard the red button, they said. Sounds like an easy paycheck, I said. I'm not going to live in a secret lab in the middle of a gas giant's storm-riddled atmosphere, my ex-wife said. No one told me I'd eventually have to press the button I was guarding, the Pink Slip Protocol button, that final choice between diligent duty or my friends. On second thought, let's be honest, they were never my friends. Once I've disabled the protocol and scrubbed the labs, I'll ask corporate for a reassignment. I hear Emerald Vale's real nice this time of year. Whoever keeps cutting off sprat tails and dropping them into innocent, unguarded cups of coffee... well, that's justified. Complaint. Missing Queen of Hearts, 5 of Clubs, all aces, and the 3, 7, 8, and 9 of spades. Last seen on my desk in a solitaire spread. Reward if found. A friendly game of whist. Even if not returned, we can make do. Really, come play with me. Betting not required. Or we can place bets if you'd rather. Or we can place bets if you'd rather. I've got a couple packets of sugar-free 0% sweetener left. I could barter. Some thefts have been happening each time the power goes off, and the power keeps going off for longer each time. Coincidence? I think not. Folks are getting antsy as the year and the storm stretches, and that makes him mean. All right. As usual, you know, everybody's just doing great. Things have never been better. As usual.
If they didn't want to tempt us, why'd they lock it up?
Nice and quick.
Oh, that's Sprats making that noise. Okay.
How'd you do that so fast?
Who needs a key card? Who needs it? Oh, hang. Never mind. Okay. All right. That's interesting.
How'd
Good
you do
to know.
that so fast?
So there are like actual people alive here. So that's an improvement in the situation, I guess. But I might have to kill them. So we'll call it even. There's a key card. Advisory notice to the lead chemist at the Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. No satisfactory results have been submitted in 11 months. Pursuant to Clause 0059 PSP 733.25, if measurable and material proof of progress are not approved within 31 days, station personnel may be found to be in dereliction of duty and, as a result, could be prematurely terminated. Postscript. As you are likely now well aware, I must humbly regret to inform you that my exhaustive efforts to protect that beautiful, oversized brain of yours, and consequently its nefarious agenda, are, in fact, failing faster than your rumored last project on Gorgon. I repeat, the corporate hounds are onto your dodgy scent, and it's made them thirst and bay for blood. If I cannot supply the executive floors with tangible, undoctored results, and soon, I'm heartbroken to report that Pink Slip Protocol will be initiated by a majority vote, and the project will be scrubbed, wholly and completely. I trust you understand the full weight of what that means. One canned project is an embarrassment of epic proportions. Twice is unforgivable. Please, 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 I am begging on bended knee, send me a working prototype. At this stage, even a fatally flawed one will do. Save yourself and your lab coats before this reflects poorly on my permanent record. Eternally yours, at least until the next failed delivery milestone. Your Chief Efficiency Inspector, Dr. Mora. Mora, my once darling, as you are likely now well aware, I don't want to beg. I don't want you on bended knee. I don't want anything except to feed this infernal, indefensible, insatiable need. I am so close, so very nearly on the cusp of salvation. Then, and only then, will I send you that blasted Anthrocillin Plus, a ludicrously simple modification I could formulate in my sleep, were I ever to sleep. No longer yours, no longer anyone's, but that elusive and fleeting embrace of chemical virtuosity. With regret, Jasper. You understand, do you not, darling? From the very first test, from that first accursed step, every path, every infinitely random dice roll of emerging cosmic roots was leading us to this same destiny. Subject venting, do not send. Pink Slip Protocol. Really, you hullheads went there? Never would I have thought you'd stoop so low. Miraculously, be so moronic as to cut off your own noses to spite your faces. True, the project was delayed, but we all know I would have delivered more than adequate results eventually, once I descended to the highest peak of my genius. We were less than months away. Not that I'd expect a pea-brain delayment to understand. Nora is wasted on you lot. I am wasted on you lot. And might I just add, though I might have invited you to do your worst, you did try your best. But I am still alive. Nevertheless, I do go on, and never, ever forget. Payback will be swift, oh yes. I scarcely think you'll see it coming. Just as soon as I perfect my formula and can focus on other matters, then you will rue the day you pink-slipped the great Jasper low. Buffoons, eternally misunderstood and undervalued, and still misappropriating your precious company resources, the employee, formerly so, known as Dr. Jasper Low. Oh, send message? Oh, okay. Alright. Never mind then. Alright. This game is actually just about workplace drama. That's what this game is about.
Behind you, boss!
Out of the way, Felix. Oh, well, that's one way to get out of there. No.
They can't keep us out.
I don't... Where does... I'm very confused. I'm actually quite confused.
Oh, wait.
Oh, he's standing right there. Okay, I'll get to you in a minute. Sir. Sir, if you can just... Where's the turbine platform keycard?
Can't keep us out.
What? Okay. Okay. A note on today's meeting notes. This record is abbreviated due to an unscheduled chemical leak that permeated the meeting room. The resulting and immediate inhalation of noxious gases caused double vision, hallucinations, an uncontrollable sense of giddiness, and projectile vomiting. Side effects occurred in all meeting participants. As such, we cut the time block down to 1 hour from the standard 2-hour review. Where the devil is Sullivan? I told that numbskull if he missed one more staff meeting. He couldn't make it, Doctor. He caught his hand in the specimen splicer again. Oh, you mean his remaining hand? Not anymore. What was that? I heard something. Nothing. No, I'm sure it sounded like a... Perhaps it was your imagination, Doctor. Right. When isn't it, Jasper? When isn't it? At any rate, he'll require a replacement. For his hands? Don't be asinine. For his productivity. We can't risk falling behind. Not now, not when I am at long last on the cusp of a breakthrough. You've balanced the mixture then. Marvelous, Doctor. Bootlicker. Louder to Dr. Lowe. I'll have Kel put in a request for a personnel transfer. If we're very lucky, we could get a new body with a supply drop coming next month. Elsewise, we'll have to wait a year. No, this is unacceptable. I distinctly smell... A hissing sound seeps through the vents. Coughing. What imbeciles scheduled the testing release in this time block? The room is allotted for self-testing on Thursdays only. Sky High Mix. Administered to Raptidon. Raptidon exploded. Administered lower dosage. Raptidon exploded, but more slowly. Concoction 9C. Administered single drop to self. Woke on the turbine platform, naked, drenched, and holding a handful of severed sprat tails. Concoction 10. Misplaced calculations. Concoction 10A+, added mint flavoring, tested on canid, breath, Markedly improved. Canid exploded. Nice. Okay. Feel like their drug strong. Hey, they cut down the dosage, you know? Cut it down to a single drop so he didn't explode at least. He just woke up naked on top of the turbine platform, alright? Nothing wrong with a little excitement now and then. Wasn't there... Oh, this is literally into the same room. Okay. Where does this bladder go? Exploded, but more slowly, yes. Indeed. Even concoction 10A plus caused an explosion, despite improving the smell of its breath first. That's the front room again. The lobby, I should say. All right, Jasper.
One team is a tragedy, 2 teams is a blunder.
Time to explain yourself.
Shush. No talking. Concentrating. Damn it. I almost had it. The formula was in my mind and I almost had it.
Sounds like you've been almost having it for like a year now.
You really did pick the worst time to manifest. Am I rambling? That's somewhat concerning, but not necessarily unexpected. Logorrhea is a well-documented side effect of withdrawal. Oh, hang on. I see what's happening. You're real. Ergo, not a hallucination. This is interesting. I have several questions for you. Let's start with the obvious. Who are you, and how are you even alive? No, you don't. There's nothing interesting in the chem lab. There's nothing interesting in Gorgon at all. Gorgon is a featureless rock dragged along by the gravitational current of a barren asteroid belt. The chem lab is a graveyard. You won't find anything there but the dead. Well, it wasn't me. I've been stuck in this place for ages. In any case, it's becoming obvious you're not listening to sensible warnings. If you've set your heart on exploring my old labs, I won't try to dissuade you. Indulge me with a favor, and I'll give you the access you want. The electromechanical turbine is offline. Without any power, I can't possibly continue my work. Be a dear and reactivate it for me. That's all I ask.
I'll reactivate it, but I refuse to be a deer. You understand? This is very important to me. I'm not your deer. Alright? Four-legged or otherwise.
No, I'm not stepping out of my lab. Not under any circumstances. I can't bear to look at what's out there.
You mean the consequences
Take the elevator
of your
to the
actions?
storm platform at the top of this facility. Reactivate the turbine, and I'll give you the access you want. Of course you do. Well then, let's hear them. Did you snoop through my things? And just admit it to me. You do have gall, I'll give you that. Look, I keep a draft on my terminal where I vent my occasional frustrations with upper management. It's honestly one of my less detrimental coping methods, as I am not stupid enough to fill out the name in the address field. One thing at a time, my chatty accomplice. Turbine repairs first, interviews later.
Alright. Max level. Alright.
Real slick.
It's a lot of Adreno. Alright. So I assume that if I wanted to, I could just... Yeah, he's just got it on him. I'll do his little side quest though. But there's multiple ways to go about these things, is my point. But because I am a kleptomaniac and a completionist, I always take the long way around.
Wow. How'd you do that?
Whoa. That one was close, Captain.
It seems safe. Oh.
Nice one!
Hey, there's no evidence. There's no, just because it makes raptidons explode doesn't mean it makes humans explode, alright? You don't know that. Have a good one. See you later. Going to the top. Going to the top. I have to pick another perk. I don't. I suppose I'll take this one.
Nice going.
Is that something I was supposed to do? See a lever and I'm probably gonna pull it. That's kind of how it goes. Oh. Okay, well, hang on. Hang on. Let's pick up the shock cannon hyper first, along with everything else that's here. Oh. Didn't realize there was still more of them. Felix's horrendous screams.
That's the last of them.
Okay. Where's the other lever? Yeah, I flipped both the levers. Alright,
Sure don't
all
see
good
that
then.
every day, Captain.
Yeah, guess that's it. Right, there's a terminal here. Oh, yeah. We looked at that. Okay, let's go talk to Jasper Lowe. Again.
Facilities back on the grid, and my pipes again floweth with the sweet, sweet essence of my salvation.
Don't make it weird.
I suppose I have you to thank for realigning the
She
machine.
made it weird.
Of course, Jasper, you imbecile. You'll need my voice to get into the chem lab. I'm obviously not coming with you, so I'm giving you a recording of my dulcet speech. This recording should get you into the chem lab. I hope whatever you're after is worth the trauma. I wouldn't go back there if I was higher than the mercury levels in a can of salt tuna. Wait, take my gun while you're at it. If you end up dying on Gorgon, there's a non-zero chance I'll feel partially responsible. Neither of us want that. Die, perhaps? Automechanical sentries are generally programmed to ignore corpses. I don't like the idea of going back to that place. To that life. Yes, I know it's not me risking my throat gallivanting around Gorgon. It's you, for whatever madcap reasons you've got. I've helped you once, and I don't feel great about it. I made a clean break from Gorgon, and now it feels like you're asking me to tether myself back to that place. If you'll excuse me, my experiments cry out for my attention.
All right. That's it for this location then. Right down that ladder. All right, now I'm set up to.
We are now in orbit above Gorgon.
Continue the DLC. I'm going to call it here, though.
This ain't a proper serial adventure without a narrator. How about this? Our intrepid heroes stepped foot on Gorgon, and in the distance, a drinking establishment beckoned.
What do you think, Ellie? Was that any good? Did you like that? No? Wow. Way to be a dick, Ellie. Jeez. Don't even comment. Okay. So yeah, I have to go to these two. Yep. Yep. Oh, this shortcut is open now, so that should be easier to get to. I'm not going in here yet. Surprising. All right, so yeah, I'm getting kind of tired. Also, my voice is not particularly resilient because I've been sick recently. But But more of this later. I know it's... I know it's a dead game. I know it's horrendously boring. To watch me just loot every container in the entire level, but that's how I am. So here we are. And I am not going to stream Baldur's Gate 3. I will play it. I've not yet. But I'm not going to stream it. I've made up my mind on that account. I am excited for specifically Armored Core, because I think that will be a good time. But that's not out yet, so everybody's, you know, so I'm just kind of in limbo right now, playing dead games. Dead in terms of presence in the zeitgeist. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed Felix's attempt at narration. And he is, look at him. He's looking away. He doesn't want to admit it, but he doesn't want us to go. He'll be very happy to see us next time. But until then, I will have to say farewell.